Bagel bites, pizza rolls, you're always disappointed. If you're not, you're lying to yourself and you need to go to confession. Because today I'm gonna show you how to make the greatest, flakiest, gooeyest, easiest pizza roll on the planet. Well, maybe not on the planet, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let's get going. Go preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You need puff pastries. They're in the frozen food section in your grocery store. They're about $6 for a box at Walmart. Now, you are gonna spend a little bit more money on these than you would bagel bites or pizza rolls. And you're gonna do a tiny bit more work, a tiny bit, not that much at all, but you're gonna be so much happier at the end. Okay, pepperoni. Now you can do your filling ingredients however you'd like to. If you wanna do mushrooms, if you wanna do sausage, if you wanna do banana peppers are great in this. I also have a blend of mozzarella and provolone. One of my favorites for a bagged shredded cheese, and I don't usually like bagged shredded cheeses because of the powdery coating that's on them. And you also save money if you buy a block of cheese and shred it yourself. So if you want to save more money and get better cheeses, you can get a block, shred it yourself and use that. Otherwise, today I'm just making it easy. We're just pulling it right out of the bag and putting it right in the thing. I'm trying to make it easy as possible, and you're only gonna need one dish. One dish. It's a baking sheet. And I'm trying not to even make it dirty for you. I've got tin foil on the baking sheet. You can also use partridge paper? Parchment. Partridge paper. You could also use parchment paper. And then I've also got a sauce. Same sauce that I used for the deep dish pizza. This is Stanganelli's Sicilian. A real sauce. Now, if you make your own homemade sauce, you'd save even more money there too. You know what's fantastic about these? Is you see those little flecks in there? It's little bits of butter and flour together. Butter and flour. It's delightful. So you're gonna set this down just like so. Now, the box comes with 2 sheets in it. All we have to do is put our ingredients on it, and then we're gonna roll it up, light it up, cook it up. This is so simple. Our sauce. Just gonna spread this around. You don't want too much sauce, because if you put too much sauce, it's gonna ooze out the sides, and it's gonna be gnarly. So you just want a little bit just to soak into the puff pastry. Now, you could also use a Italian dough ball that you get from the grocery store, like I talked about in my Mexican pizza video. I'll link that in the description below in case you didn't see that. And just roll it out with a rolling pin and do the same exact process. It's just a little bit more work. And now we're gonna add our cheese. I do really like this shredded blend. You can see how thick these slices of cheese are. I think we need some right here. Now our pepperoni. You're just gonna layer this in like you would your pizza. And guess what, guys? This can also be a pizza. You can just throw this in the oven just like this. I wouldn't put foil on the bottom. I'd let it cook on the bottom of your pan. But this is also could be a great easy pizza crust. And it's gonna be super flaky, and it's gonna be kind of give you a little bit more of that cookie sensation like Totino's does. Okay. All right, moment of truth. Can I roll this? Oh, roll it tight. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty in there. Get in there. Oh my goodness. Now, the trick comes at the end. Yeah, see how I'm stuffing it? Stuff your pepperonis and your cheese under that last roll, and as you go. So there we go. We've got our little roll. Since we've got some sauce there, we're just gonna take our finger and use that sauce and just push along that to seal it closed, okay? You can also use cold water if you don't have enough sauce leaking out the end. A little bit of sauce will give you just enough that you need, okay? And then once you finish sealing that with the sauce or cold water, put that side on the bottom. The edges, same thing. You're just going to seal that up on the edge. Just kind of push this in, and you're just gonna seal that up, and it's just gonna kind of look like a sandworm from Dune. No big deal, just be quiet, you know? Same thing here. You've got your excess sauce, and you can see that that wetness is sealing up that puff pastry. Now, like I said, if it's not wet enough and it's not blending, just dip your finger in some cold water. I'll give you an example of that. So, a little bit of cold water, and then just kind of brush it together. And you can see it just melts together. There we are. I'm just gonna eat that myself. Okay, now this is an extra step. You don't have to do this step, but grab yourself an egg. We're going to just use the egg white So just give it a little crack. Just kind of go back and forth with the yolk. Now, if you want to use that yolk in the morning, save it. And then you're just going to take just a spoonful of cold water. Drop it in there and give it a stir. And like I said, this is an extra step, but it will make this 1,000 times better. Take your egg white, otherwise known as an egg wash, and just brush it on to your big giant log of a pizza roll. Now just take a butter knife and give it a light scoring. It doesn't need to be crazy. Feel free to make it your own, you know? I'm gonna give it one more brush with the egg wash. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to do that, but definitely give it a score. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder and Italian seasoning. Throw it in the oven for 10 to 20 minutes. Just kind of keep an eye on it. Okay, here we go. While that's cooking, if you play Destiny 2, you can go ahead and jump into a round of Control PvP. And by the time you finish that match, or vice versa, by the time you've been kicked and sent back to orbit 4 times, your pizza roll will be done. If you don't play Destiny 2, I'm sorry if that analogy means nothing to you, but we're gonna wait about 15 minutes and then we're gonna check on it. And you know what's kind of interesting is I've never actually done this recipe before. I used to do this with leftover pizza dough all the time. You just take your dough, blend it together, and roll it out of the rolling pin. But I wanted to do something that was even easier. Throw it on a pan, roll it up, seal it up, light it up. You know what I'm talking about? So, and then in 15 minutes, let's slice it open and hopefully we've got a crispy, flaky, gooey, saucy, delicious treat. Yeah, super flaky. You can see, oh my goodness. No leakage out of this side and just a tiny bit of leakage out of the front. I might have to peel a little bit of tin foil off the bottom. Are you ready? Okay, just a little bit off the bottom. That is a win, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely done. We're gonna let it rest because it's boiling lava hot in the center. But while it rests, you can go get some Pecorino Romano or some Parmesan. I like Pecorino Romano. It's got a much saltier flavor. And this bag you can get at Sam's Club for 20 bucks. And Pecorino Romano is an extremely expensive cheese, not sponsored by them. And we're just gonna give it just a little dusting. Okay guys, I can't wait any longer. It's been about 5 minutes. We are going to slice this open. Maybe this is the wrong knife choice for this. Yeah, I'm gonna get my bread knife for this. There we go. What do you guys think of that? How's that look? Does that look like a Totino's or a bagel bite? You know it doesn't. My goodness. Look at the garlic and the Pecorino Romano, and oh, the cheese is starting to ooze. Boy, oh baby. All right, let's taste it, and then I got something special to show you guys. Oh my goodness. There she is. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God. It just makes you want to cry. I just gave my wife some. Now, she's been strictly no carb, like months and months and months. What do you think? It's so good. We're trying to be quiet because the babies are sleeping. But we want to scream and get it roofed up. Guys, this is so easy. Oh my gosh. So let's go take a piece to someone who's probably struggling behind a video game right now. What are you playing?
A little bit of COD.
Oh boy, I didn't hear you yelling.
Because I'm not playing multiplayer.
Oh. Do you remember Totino's pizza rolls and stuff? Mm-hmm. Try.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. That's very good.
It's a win.
It is a win.
Thanks, buddy. Give it a try. Send me some pictures on Facebook and Instagram. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hey, wait, before you go, I have some more thoughts. It's 6:30 in the morning the very next day. After I ate a couple more pieces, it just made me think of a couple more thoughts that I wanted to pass on to you if you were gonna go try and make this. The crispiness level was perfect on the top. I could have used with a little bit more crispiness on the bottom, so maybe try to go for another 2, maybe 3 minutes, depending on how much it starts to turn golden brown on the top. Okay, we don't want to overcook the top to get more crisp on the bottom. Whew, I need another sip of coffee. You could absolutely do this on your pellet grill, on your pellet smoker. I'm gonna give that a try later today, and I'll let you know in the comments section how I liked it and if it was good or not. The smoke may or may not make it crispier. It could go the opposite way. I'm not sure, but I'm curious, I'm gonna try. And like all good pizzas, is it good cold the next morning? So I gave it a try. At 6:15 this morning, I took a bite of the pizza roll, and it was good. I think with a little bit more crisp in the oven a little bit longer, it could be better. Just take note, if you go to try to make this, maybe give it another 2 or 3 minutes. Just keep an eye on how it's crisping and how golden brown it's turning on the top, okay? I appreciate you. I'll see you next time.